if you're already having hard times in hearing and executing this part, there are two tips that I suggest you and I can give you, which is simplify what you're hearing and what you think of. So we're playing many notes at the same time, two different patterns that rotate on top of each other, and then we change it and so on. So it gets a little bit complicated. But if we start getting rid of information in our brain, things will get easier. So if we, for example, focus only on the main accents of the hands, keeping the pattern, we will start hearing that. For example, let's hear how the second 4/4 pattern will sound on top of this feet pattern. For example, a good reference to hear could be thinking of playing the second stroke, so the first stroke of the left, then the second stroke of the left foot, then the right foot unison. So it's okay, does it make sense? Or if this is also still hard, we can make it even more simple and get rid of the two strokes of the snare and just keep the main triplet accent. So it will sound something like this. So once I can hear this and I memorize this, I can add strokes starting from the main pattern, which is the feet pattern. So it will be something like this. And then from here, I just want to add the rest of the strokes with my hand and just play the complete thing, still keeping in mind only the main accent. So something like this. Okay, so these are two different types of reference. The first one where we think of where the accent fall based on the pattern, so thinking of falling on the first left stroke, then the second left stroke, and then using unison with the kick, that's going to be a physical reference, because I know it's going to be and so on. Instead, the other one, it's going to be a hearing reference, because I'm going to learn how to keep the concentration and to hear. It's very important that we learn to have the control of every subdivisions and every of these subdivisions that we're going to play, because then when we speed this up, we will have to focus more on how we play and our execution, so applying techniques and so on. And once we have that, we have to change the feet pattern so that it becomes a little bit harder, but it will be, we will be already at a point where we already are used to hear where the accents fall and everything, so it will be a little bit easier. Still challenging because it's going to be a new pattern and things will change, but and then the last step, of course, is to improvise on top of this